Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Skies of Arcadia. This is episode 2. Last episode, we raided the first dungeon, beat the first boss, and we kind of got a little bit of a rough layout on how the game begins. This episode, we're going to be exploring Pirate Isle and maybe doing a little bit more beyond that. Now, kind of ended off where Vice's dad, the captain, told us to come meet him up in his office. However, since I am notoriously known for being late in-game, why don't we just chat around a little bit? This is Peter the Deck Swabber. I feel bad for getting stuck with that title. 15 pirates escaped with their lives. Oh no. 15 pirates escaped with their lives and a single bottle of Loqua between them. And a yo-ho-ho, a yo-ho-ho. Forgive me, I am not a singer. I'm sorry you guys had to endure that. If I ever get around to playing Guitar Hero or World Tour, I will not do the auditory version. I've got a good singing voice, eh? This is a song we pirates sing when we're forced to swap the decks. Because everyone knows that labor sucks. Well, at least custodial work sucks. Respect to all the actual, tradesmen out there. Respect to custodians, too. You guys have to put up with a lot. Speaking from experience in my old retail days. Anywho, kind of show you, okay, so this is a kind of a unique cutscene. This is one you can go the whole game without ever running into, partially because this is your only opportunity. Cheers! Loqua sure does hit the spot. Captain Dine really knows how to pick his loquat berries. This stuff is good. It's been a while since we've taken over an Armada flagship. We deserve to take a little break now and then. Should you be sitting here and drinking local with the rest of us when you've got a beautiful, hard-working wife waiting for you at home? Aye, there's nothing wrong with relaxing with friends after a hard day's work. My, oh my, this place sure is full. Fina, this is our tavern. They serve all kinds of drinks here. Nectars, juices, loqua. Excuse me, but what exactly is Loqua? What? Fina, you really don't know what Loqua is? Well, I don't know what exactly, but it appears to be a really good tasting drink of some kind. Depends on who you ask. Everyone seems to be drinking it so fervently. It must be delicious. You want to share a bottle of Merloqua with us? It's made from loquat berries and moonstones. It's just a juice, but it tastes great. No. We do not have time to sit around right now. We have to go talk to the captain. Why? Are we not supposed to be here? Well, the captain is always getting on our case for being late and stuff. I really don't want to get in any more trouble today. Yeah, my dad could get pretty worked up when he's mad. We wouldn't want him to have a heart attack now, would we? You're so mean to your dad. You know that, Vice? Come on, we should probably get going. Your dad's waiting for us. That's Captain to you. I'm just kidding, I'm gonna drop that joke now. Now, it tries to kind of be subtle about it, but obviously Loqua is in reality a spirit, and it's actually censored. It is based on a real-world spirit. I believe in the Japanese it's actually just straight-up rum, which I'm not a big alcohol person, and on its own it's not that great, but I can at least enjoy it in a handful of cocktails. So I actually tried a combination of pineapple rum and Baja Blast when you can get them in the summer at Walmart. And it's actually pretty solid. Anyways, you can actually observe stuff. It's kind of cool. They've got a Valuan armor. Yo, I would say if I could I get that, but okay. For some reason, I want to think Oh well. So, there you go. There's the tavern. So let's see here. We got a flagger over here. My job is to guide the albatross into the underground entrance so it can dock into the harbor safely. We use flag signals to communicate to each other over vast distances. Right now I'm coordinating the loading of supplies onto the albatross. So fun fact, you can sit here, you can observe a lot of stuff, I believe, on the lower level. And for a game that was made back in 2001 and based off Dreamcast era limitations, and there are plenty of them, it's actually got a lot of attention to detail put in. So, we're going to go up this ramp. Let's see, what's our gold at? 297. It ain't going to be a lot after just leaving Alfonso's ship. This is our store right here. I will come back to this shortly. Right, we're home. You know, there really isn't anything else quite like get the feeling you get when you reach your home port. I can't seem to decide on these guys' voices. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not sure how I feel about a navigator being named Landis. Wouldn't be too familiar with the seas or sky, if you ask me. Just kidding. You'll have to forgive me if I make jokes. They probably can't be pretty hit or miss. This is kind of their sleeping quarters, the crew's sleeping quarters. This is Matthew the deckhand. So they have a dedicated deck scrubber and deckhand, but I swore the deckhand, that was kind of part of their responsibilities too. Once again, those history buffs, especially those who know about nautical history, feel free to correct me in the comments section, but I haven't been home in such a long time. Please, just let me sleep. Alright, here. So we're going to go into Captain Dine's office. I'm sorry, I swear I will try to stop making that joke. Vice and Aka reporting for duty, and we brought Fina like you requested. You're a little late. I'll let it slide this time. Come on over. Young lady, I am Dine, the captain of the Blue Rogues. There are a few questions that I want to ask you. Will you answer them for me? Of course. I've been sailing for a very long time, but I've never come across anyone wearing clothes like yours. What country are you from, and why are you traveling alone out there? Alright. I'm going to let you guys pause the video, guess in the comments which one is the correct answer. Give you 5 seconds, alright? Yep. Yeah, you'd think standing up for is good, but nope. Respecting the captain. So the weird thing about the swashbuckler rating is it's kind of a middle ground with a lot of these. Like, be brave, be courageous, stand up for the right thing, but also be reasonable about it. Vice has been under his dad for 17 years, and he hasn't steered him wrong yet. All right. Captain Dine, you worry too much. Fina's just a normal girl. Silence, Aka. I am the captain here. It is my duty to protect the safety of my family and my crew. If this girl is a danger of any sort to you or any of my men, I cannot let her live. Huh? But... Fina, it is your turn to speak. Fina. I cannot say. Why is that? Is it because we're air pirates? Don't you trust us? No, that has nothing to do with this. I thank you with all my heart for saving my life. But I cannot tell any living soul about the purpose of my quest, even if it means sacrificing my own life. I have no intention of endangering any of your lives. If you believe anything that I say, please believe this. Alright then. Looks like I lost this one. I understand your dilemma, and I can see in your eyes that you are true to your word. Although we're air pirates, we also have a strong sense of honor. You do not need to divulge the details of your quest. Understand that you now have my trust. Be careful that you do not lose it.
Thank you so much.
Captain Dine, thank you kindly. I will not disappoint you. Vice, Aka, bring the girl, Fina, topside and give her a tour of the village.
Yay!
Now that's more like it. Way to go, Dad, you're the best. It's not Dad, it's Captain, I swear. How many times do I have to remind you? You're excused. Don't be late for dinner. Okay, so, interesting thing. So if you observe this bookcase, what's this? The bookshelf seems a little loose, and I can hear the sound of wind coming from behind it. But if you go to the right side of the bookshelf, and it took me a minute to do this. Yes, it is a hidden door. So this is our first treasure chest on Pirate Isle, 150 gold. That's why I was waiting to get the to go to the store, because I knew I was going to get a couple of at least gold. I believe there are roughly 5 chests on Pirate Isle. I might be wrong. I'll kind of try to keep track. Luckily enough, none of them are missable, so don't worry. If you don't get them right away, you will be able to get them. Okay, having a slight volume issue. Okay. Sorry about that. I think my computer tried to jump onto a Bluetooth device that was nearby. If you want to make your way down to the bottom of the base quickly, you do have this pole to access. Will come in handy a little later. Let's go outside. Like Dad said, give Fina the old tour, as it were. Vice, go on ahead. I have to stop by my house for a second. Why? What's wrong? I just want to freshen up. Don't worry. I'll catch up with you guys in a few minutes. See you at your house. Alright, so this is the main village. It's every air pirate's dream to be a swashbuckler, but you have to do more than sail to become one. You have to live as one in both your actions and your words. Only true swashbucklers can become great leaders. So this is where you kind of get a hit at the swashbuckler rating system. Oh, hey there, Vice. I heard you guys rescued a girl for the Valuans. Yep, let me introduce you to her. Hello, it's very nice to meet you. My name is Fina. I'm very grateful for all the hospitality everyone has been showing me. Well, aren't you just the sweetest little thing? Well, Fina, it's our pleasure. Just relax and make yourself at home, okay? Nice catch, Vice. I guess your work has its perks, huh? Okay, so there are these 3 kids. You want to talk to one in particular, and I think it's the young man in the green here. Vice, whenever I go sailing on a ship, I always get sick, and sometimes I even throw up. Does that mean I can't become a sailor? Spoilers, this is one of only 2 optional swashbuckler interactions in the game. And of course, have some positivity. Sure, you could be a sailor. I used to get airsick all the time when I was little. Yep, there's the ding. And after a while, you just sort of stop throwing up. Your body gets used to it. Okay, I'll do my best. I'll throw up however many times it takes until I become a sailor. I'm sorry, I couldn't help but chuckle at that one. Probably better word choice. So I'll go ahead and tell you, if you want, you can talk to this kid and they'll play a game of hide and seek with you. Frankly, if you win, your reward is, information about the very chest I got in the base of operations. So it's not necessary. This dog also, Pow, he's kind of important to remember later on. So, let's see here. I'm going to go chest hunting first. So, going back, kind of your second chest you could really access on Pirate Isle. Next to kind of these two ladies chatting it up over here. Martha, and I can't remember whatever her name is. You got kind of a little bit of what looks like either an onion or a radish garden. You come back here and you will get the chest. Now, it is worth noting this isn't missable, but there is a point in the game where you briefly won't be able to access it. My recommendation is just sooner than later is better. Alright, so there's our second chest. Our third chest will be kind of a test of patience. You just climb up this ladder, and you climb, you climb some more. So yeah, how's your day been, everyone? Just lovely weather out here. And okay, interesting thing. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but remember that little spark over there. That's not a glitch or anything. Here's our third chest. Get more Sacred Crystals. Those are helpful. Alright. Now, I'm going to save you guys the torture of watching me climb all the way back down, and this is where I'm taking advantage of Dolphin's speed-up feature. Admittedly, I don't have any video editing software at the moment, so jump cuts will be made as I kind of start getting more established, and you'll see, hopefully, as I get more along in my processes, and quality will go up too. Right now, I'm even using the computer's built-in mic for narration. So let's see here. Got 2 magic droplets. There is our 4th chest. And that one's a little simpler to get to. And finally, in case it wasn't obvious, this little tombstone-looking thing, yeah, it's a hidden door. Admittedly, this is a really cleverly constructed island. Once again, another thing I love about the attention to detail in this game, once again, especially for its time. This is our 5th chest. It's through here. We got a moonberry, and I'm actually going to hold off. Do I have more than 1 moonberry? No, I just have 1. Alright. So. Now, let's see. How much do I have? 447. And as you can see, just from that little interaction, my swashbuckler rating went up. I am now not unimpressive. I'm a blue rogue. Apparently we have to earn our title of actually, just being a pirate. Unimpressive people aren't allowed. I guess that deck scrubber isn't a genuine blue rogue then. I don't know. I am so sorry. And so we're going to double back down here. I ain't going to speed through every ladder, but that one does... That's a little bit of a patience tester of sorts, so that one did warrant some expedition. Alright. Now, you can buy healing items. This is kind of your healing item merchant. This is your weapons dealer. Try to talk to him if I can. Come right in. This is a weapon and armor shop. I almost want to make him sound like a Resident Evil 4 guy. You know what? I'm going to do that. Sorry, but I'm going to have to charge you even if you are a fellow employer. I've got to go to a lot of trouble to get my stock. I got your stock. They're probably obtained from raids. So we can purchase weapons. And I might as well, let's see, I've got 447. Well, it could be helpful. Buffing up Aka's, and we're gonna, I don't think I'm actually gonna focus on Aka's attack. Let's do this. Let's do the Valuan uniform, but let's beef up Aka's defense. And we can sell some stuff. I'm gonna hold off on that. However, I'm gonna ditch the regular cutlass to make some money. Oh, and I don't know if I can tell you, there's a comically unique swashbuckler rating called Vice the Extravagant. I plan to get it where it's visible. I will be getting the prerequisites for it, if nothing else. It's basically you have to have basically 1 million gold, along with a few other things going on. And forgive me if there's any noise in the background. I think our lawn guy, he's working today. Also, I do have a wife and stepdaughter who they'll occasionally come in and do some stuff and might talk to me. So, but. Alright, here, now we're going to go back up, and I said I'm not going to talk to everyone in the village. You can if you want to. There's a lot to explore, but I am kind of showing you the key areas you need to be at. So this is our house. This is Vice's house. Actually, oh, crap. Did I force the cutscene? Oh, damn it. Okay. There was a funny cutscene involving Aka. You could peek in on her freshening up. It's just her with her hair down, but she throws a pillow at you, get angry. You could look it up. It's probably been uploaded to heck and back, I'm sure. But yeah, it's just a little funny thing you could do. Well, I'm sorry, I think I missed out on that, but... Alright, so in case you could tell, this is Vice's mother. Apparently that was her parents took one good look at her, and they named her that. Anyways. Oh, welcome back, Vice. So you're Fina. It's very nice to meet you. The pleasure is all mine. I hope I'm not intruding. Oh, don't be silly. It's been a long time since we've had guests. Well, I have to finish cooking dinner. Go outside and have some fun. I'll call you when it's ready. Hey, guys! Sorry to have kept you waiting. I was just fixing my hair. Hey, the sunset outside is beautiful. Why don't we go outside and check it out? Well, we still have some time before dinner. Why not? Okay, great! Come on, we can get a great view from on top on Lookout Island. Alright. Now, if you want to know where Lookout Island is... Tab. Alright, theoretically, yes, it's right here. It's so beautiful. I love it up here. It's so peaceful. I come up to relax and watch the sunsets. When I'm up here, I wonder what lies beyond the sky. Beyond the sunset. Beyond the sky. Some say there are monsters. Others say there's a maelstrom that either blows ships away or pulls them in, and they're never seen again. And there are others that just say it's impossible. I want to know what's out there. Besides, I don't like giving up on anything without giving it my best shot. Someday, I will be the captain of my own ship. I'll go beyond that sunset and I'll see what's out there. Wow, I bet if you could go beyond the sunset, the sky would look even more beautiful.
Huh?
Hey! Sorry, just adjusting my volume a little bit. That was a moonstone! A moonstone? It landed on that island over there. I think that's Shrine Island. It's been a long time since we've seen a moonstone fall. I don't understand. That was a moonstone? That's right, Fina, you've heard of moonstones before, right? They're pieces of rock that fall from the moons. They usually crash land on the islands. A really powerful source of energy, too. We use them for all sorts of things. They power our ships, and we can also forge weapons out of them. Oh, yes, I know of moonstones. But it's my first time seeing a moonstone actually fall from the sky. Vice, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, we should try to recover the moonstone. Let's go first thing tomorrow. Vice, Aka, Fina! Dinner's ready! Come on down! Let's go, Fina. You're going to eat with us, right? We're so lucky. I love your mom's cooking. Fina, let's go eat while it's still hot. Yes, thank you for your gracious offer. To what no doubt is a PNG cutout of our own moon. Sorry about that, just feeling peckish, so I got me some fried chicken. It's even worse because I wasn't even about to charge it and do something stupid. Vice! Vice! Good morning! We're going to Shrine Island today, right? Yeah, I'll be right down. Give me a second. Aka, no doubt the kid that, was up earlier than everyone else on Christmas morning because they totally wasn't anxious to open their presents. Hold on a second, Vice. Vice, here, take this. It's your share of the loot from yesterday's raid. And we have received the potential for ice, magic, and... Excuse me. Sorry about that. That moonstone has been processed already, so you should be able to use it on your weapons. Now you'll be able to change the color of your weapon to purple, touch purple, and give it the power of ice in battle. I see. Thanks, Dad. I'll use it carefully. One more thing. When you win in a fight, you will be awarded the magic experience of the color of the magic you have equipped that of your weapon. When you accumulate a certain amount of magic experience, you will learn a new spell. So if there's a spell that you want to learn, by changing the color of your weapon to match whatever type of magic you want to learn, you can learn it much faster. You can easily change the color of your weapon by using the equip command or by pressing the Y button during battles. Make good use of it. And real quick, not only am I going to talk to Dad, I'm going to talk to Mom. Vice, if you're going to Shrine Island, I want you to take this with you. I've included enough for both you and Agra. Sucraze Crystal is actually a very good healing item for the early game. If you ever need to take a break, don't be afraid to come back home and rest up. You shouldn't push yourself too hard. Alright, let's get rolling here. Good morning, Fina. Did you sleep well? Yes, thank you. Well, we'll be heading over to Shrine Island to get that moonstone in a few minutes. You can stay here and relax at my place if you want. That will be fine, thank you. Alright, Vice, let's get going. The boat is on the upper dock and it's ready to go. Alright. So, to get to Shrine Island, you want to kind of head roughly northwest of here, of Pirate Island. You can kind of see it off in the distance. It's that thing with the big spire. And we've got a random encounter. Let's try changing it to purple. See what happens. There we go. Yep, figured the maracas were not. I'm going to focus on red and green for a minute, but... Now, I will say this. Kind of a miscalculation on my end. I thought I was faster than it. Those things, Gasling, they are capable of casting an insta-death spell, so if you're trying to go for a deathless run... Oh, and cool little detail. The weapons will update based on what it is. You can use a Delta Shield to protect from that. Alright. Well, this is Shrine Island. Vice! Over there! Look at the size of that hole! The moonstone must have caused that. It must be huge. Aka, look! Water is flowing into the shrine. In the old world, this island was a sacred place. These ruins must be some sort of temple. Nobody's been here for generations. Yeah, I've heard stories about this place too. I've heard there are monsters crawling around inside. But moonstones that big are rare. We've got to go in and get it. You know how I can't pass up a treasure hunt. Besides, how bad could it possibly be? You're right, we're going treasure hunting. Actually, let me save here. You know what? Redundant saves never hurt. Cut down the amount of re-recording I have to do. This is just great. The place is flooded. Eiko, look, the moonstone is at the bottom. Wow, it's so bright. That moonstone must be huge. So, Vice, how do you plan on getting it out of there? That water is getting pretty deep. This doesn't affect your swashbuckler rating, so... Let's swim down to get it. I think the water is still shallow enough. What do you think? No way! You know I can't swim. How am I supposed to help carry that thing back up here? Ever since that one time you fell into the well when you were a kid, you've been afraid of the water. Besides, I doubt that either of us could swim while carrying that moonstone back to the surface. It looks way too heavy. Yeah, you're probably right. Hey, Vice, look over there. There's a door over there. Maybe if we could find a way to open it, we could drain the water out of this place. You might be right. We'll use the doors as drains. Alright, let's go. Now, alright, so... This is kind of the, obviously the game started out with a dungeon, but this is the first one that kind of has genuine puzzles attached to it. You could have easily completed Alfonso's ship without turning off the alarms. There wasn't really anything in the way of the puzzle. It just was an option. This, on the other hand, is just straight up, yeah, we're trying to figure out how to deal with the water level. Alright, let's see what our enemy pool is. Alright, so we've got... okay, so... Not only do we have our Maraca, we have Flestics. Now, this is one of the first instances of an enemy that if you get hit by it, it can deal a status effect. And that's a pretty nasty one for early game. They can deal sleep, and pretty reliably. This thing is a looper, so I don't know if you remember me mentioning that Eika's attacks have a high magic affinity, and certain things with high magic resistances can evade that. This is that type of enemy in particular. Loopers are hard to kill on first turn. They're notoriously known for running, but relative to their position in the game, they usually offer an extraordinarily high amount of experience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save me some much unwanted trouble. I'm going to use Pyre to kind of clear out the Flestics, and I am banking on the Looper not using Eternity either. Yeah, you can see I didn't do anything to the Looper. And yep, it ran almost immediately. RNG. Fun. Well, a win's a win. Alright, we're gonna go up here. And you can see this is obviously what the game wants you to do. However, I am going to detour and we're going to get our first chest of the dungeon. If I can head in the right direction. Now, it is worth noting, this dungeon actually does have 2 chests that later in the game, if you wait too long to get them, they do become inaccessible. Fortunately, it's not right after you clear the dungeon, but it just doesn't hurt to get them while you're here. Alright. And we're going to go outside and promptly ignore the laws of physics, because the water should not be at the same height. It actually should be what we are at, making the path even more impassable. Fun little detail there. I'm going to be pointing out a few oddities this game has at times, and it is funny. Still a good game. There are just some moments where the physics don't physics very well. This is also a surprisingly powerful enemy for early game Seeker, but I will say there is one thing, and once again, this is due to me like excessively grinding, and I'll explain later why I spent way too long grinding in the early game. I'll get to that at some point, but it actually has a particularly good drop called a Vital Seed that can increase your HP by 30. I think it is fairly low odds, but let's see here. What do I want to do? I don't want to spam Pyre all the time. Well, let's do this. Like I said, I'm going to treat the Electri box as though it doesn't exist, because many of you on your playthroughs, unless you willfully choose to... Oh, I'm sorry, I meant to show you that animation, but... Okay, and here's where the Flestics... Yeah, there it is. Yeah, their notorious habit for dealing sleep status can be problematic. Alright. Use Pyre again.
Moons, give me strength.
Yep, took a bit of a beating on that one. I think it does end up more effective if you use Purple Affinity on them. That's highly convenient. We got an extra little up. Let's go ahead. Increase that. Got Vice's first magic point increase. Alright. So basically you're going back out what originally is the entrance, because we are promptly able to ignore fundamental laws of reality. Let's see. Yeah, she's definitely doing a little bit more with her. Oh, perfect.
That was easy.
I used to complain about critical hits when it was clear the enemy was about to die, but obviously the much-needed nicety of the guaranteed hit always helps, especially because I do think that for early game, these Seekers do have a moderately high evasion rate. Alright. Let's see, there's a chance, a very good chance. Yes, okay. So this is a Grouter or Gruder, not sure. It's obviously very loosely based on a grouper. That said, I'm going to use a... The general idea is you want to defeat these enemies in as short amount of time as possible, and that is the gamble of not using Delta Shield. Luckily enough, Webley is not a terrible attack, but it can deal some damage. That is a Wind Affinity attack for those curious. I should be able to last another encounter without losing a man. Now, on top of spells, the Grouter enemy, wow, that is a brutal spread. Okay, admittedly, I'm not complaining about our looper running this early in the game. Okay, it's got Eerie Wail. I know it does have a spell, Panica, which can potentially deal confusion.
Moons, give me strength.
Ooh. Alright. Oh, that could have went better. I'm gonna be like conservative to a fault with my magic. And there's our first poison spell, Noxie. However, I think we are due for a healing. And a lot of this does just boil down to resource allocation. If you ever do find yourself in a pinch, there is no shame out of it exiting the dungeon and then going back and what you need to do. Like most JRPGs, this is definitely more unforgiving in the beginning and closer to the end, especially as we grind. I would heavily advise against running. There is actually a... you actually do lose swashbuckler points for running in fights. Okay, luckily enough, this is one of the things, I don't know why, loopers, when they attack, it has a high chance of counterattack, and is one of the few ways to put them out of commission pretty reliably, so I'm not complaining about that, and of course it goes for Aka. And she passes out. Never been so grateful I've been smacked. Alright. I'm gonna polish this off with Alpha Storm. And there we go.
We did it!
There we go. There's a level up. And Vice now has access to Sacri, which can be helpful. Alright, and once again, this is not quite as an egregious ignoring the laws of physics. I'm just going to assume the door is mechanical, but obviously that much water pressure would either force it open, or if it wasn't open, it would just keep it shut. It would make it damn near impossible to open. You can get knocked off that island in an instant at the very least. Alright, so... Alright. So now... this is one of two missable chests in this dungeon. Like I said, it's much later in the game this becomes relevant. And we now have two moonberries, more importantly. So I'm going to give Aka her third move, Lambda Burst. Effectively, for all intents and purposes, this is a free Pyre spell. I say free, it costs way more SP, but with the exchange being that obviously you don't lose any magic points in the process. Similarly, it does keep in mind with all her attacks having a fire magic affinity, so looper types are going to be generally resistant. That having been said, let's go after the Flastics. I'm thinking it's probably more practical to deal with the enemies if you put you to sleep first, and that does reduce the total enemy count. Perfect. Like I said, never complain about a crit because it's a guaranteed hit. Ooh, yeah, that is a brutal move for early game. And we're going to use Alpha Storm, which probably is highly helpful. And there's no harm in using special moves when they're available. It actually does, the guaranteed hit always is a plus. This was another mistake my younger self made, is I just naturally assumed that I could only use special moves so many times. I'll just point out, it was a miracle I got as far in the game as I did when I did my first playthrough of this game. And admittedly, my first playthrough, I did not beat it. At all. But I got really close. I've always heard people like Chuck Conroy say, I was the worst player of insert game here, and I'm like, ooh boy. Which I do realize he had a bit of controversy attached to him, but I think that's unfortunate, but he is doing what he needs to do to address that as well. And what's funny about this, like, okay, no, that does track. I was, like, thinking about the water level, but as you can see, we're kind of getting close. This is our last treasure chest of the game, and believe it or not, despite its location, this can also end up being missable too, so you need to go ahead and get this while you're here, and it's right there. I mean, you don't really have much in the way of an excuse. And that should be all 3 treasure chests for Shrine Island, I believe. I'm just going to double around and make sure that I am not making that up. Alright. And here's a save point, and obviously, if it weren't already obvious, we ain't just going to walk straight up and get the Moonstone. There's going to be a boss fight. You know how this all rolls. Let's see if I've got to maybe help out with this. Okay. Nothing but... Okay, I'm still Blue Rogue. I thought I saw my swashbuckler go up. We finally made it! That wasn't too bad! Yeah, but look at the size of that stone! It'll be an adventure and a half just to get that thing back outside! Eika, what's wrong? Vice, those rocks, they're moving! And what is formerly our second boss, even though I always mentally treat this like it's the first. The Sentinel. I feel bad for any X-Men in the audience. I'm going to spend my first turn with Eika focusing. and this is almost always how it uses its first turn. My recommendation: I'm going to use Cutlass Fury, and I'm going to guard with Aka because this thing's attack hurts. If it does what it's probably going to do. And this move does function very similarly to Alpha Storm. If Vice, I'm sure you've noticed the characters like to move around a lot. If Vice and Aka are in a relative line, they will, it will hit. So we're going to use a Sacred Crystal on Vice. And generally spending, it's going to spend most of its time. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I got a stuck key. There we go. I'm going to take this turn defending. A lot of your turns are going to be spent doing that, just accounting for the blaster move. And there you go, there's the example of that. It's got kind of a line of sight ability like Alpha Storm. Same basic concept. And I'm going to actually use this turn to focus with Aka. Not complaining about the RNG here. Alright. I think... Ooh. Okay, that's unfortunate. There you go, there's our...
Let's try this.
You go.
And I'd say this thing's probably down in the next turn or so. Give or take. Next 1 or 2 turns. I'm gonna let the animation play out because I'm fairly confident. No? If this attack connects, that should be it. There we go. So not too terribly hard.
That was easy.
And there we go, we got Ingram. That's going to be particularly helpful. Phew! Looks like it won't be getting up anymore. What was that thing? Some kind of ancient guardian, I think. Who knows? Okay, Ika, we need to hurry up and secure the Moonstone. That's my kind of plan. Wow, this Moonstone is huge! Yeah, it was definitely worth going through all that trouble. Won't have to worry about fuel for a while. It's beautiful. Treasure hunting is definitely my favorite part of being an air pirate. Wait till everyone back home sees what we found. Yep. And we received the raw Moonstone. It's raw! And we got a cutscene. Another one. Oh, looks like it's going to be another nice day today. Not too windy. Well, there's the bell. Time to get to work. Gotta loosen up a little. I love that. They're upside down. Oh no! Ships approaching! Northwest. Distance, 1.5 leagues. It's the Imperial Armada. They've got a full battle squadron. They're in attack formation. Everyone get underground. Women and children first. Hurry! Damn, I never thought they'd find us. That flag! It's Galcian's flagship. Lord Galcian, we've blasted the island with cannon fire and our troops have begun the mission, the invasion. Good. They seem very organized for a small village that is under siege. I don't know who their leader is, but he seems very capable. Perhaps Alfonso is in over his head. Perhaps. No matter. It appears the battle is over. Retrieve the girl and bring her to me. Capture the air pirates. We'll need to interrogate them when we return to Lua, and be sure to destroy their ship as well. And if they resist Lord Galcian, what does your excellency wish me to do if the situation arises? I don't think they're foolish enough to resist. However, if something should happen, burn the village and kill them all. Let the bodies rot in the sun and leave one of our flags to set an example for others who may defy us. Alright, so I think we've hit a bit of a good stopping point here. I'll see you guys next episode, and you have a wonderful day.